Is curiosity the secret ingredient to a kinder 2025? Author and Kindness Catalyst Linda Cohen thinks so. And frankly, the way things are going in our country right now, I'm more than ready for a secret ingredient to kindness. And Linda, here you are. Thank you for being here today.
So happy to be with you.
Yes, so let's talk about curiosity first off. What's so powerful about being curious?
I think when we are curious, we stop thinking about what we assume another person is, or we know all about them. So when we're curious, we lean in and we ask questions and we wonder. And so when we wonder about people, I think it's an opportunity to maybe stand in their shoes, maybe get a little more empathy for them. And so I think it's a really big proponent of how to be kinder.
I know, and you even have this is your word of the year,
Word of the year, yes it is. Yeah, I always choose a word of the year. And this one came to me, curiosity around kindness. So
yeah, and let's talk specifically about how you think curiosity fuels kindness then.
So I think when we are curious, we see something about someone else, maybe something catches our attention, and we ask questions. Now you know that somebody says, if you meet somebody and you are the one who asks questions, somebody will think that you are so you're kind because
you're interested.
Yeah, you're interested. So I would say maybe start it off with a question, a statement about yourself, and then lean into them and ask them a question. It happened to me on the train on Monday when I was coming up here. So lady sitting next to me, oh, where are you going? Oh yeah, I'm going up. And I told her I was actually going to be on TV. And she was like, well, I'm going to visit my sister. Started a conversation just ironically. When we got to the end of the train, I realized she had an L on her bag and her name was Linda. I was laughing. I was like, I can't believe we just sat next to each other the entire train ride. And like the last thing she tells me is, oh yeah, my name's Linda too. So, I mean, there's connections happening all the time when we lean in and we are curious and kind of notice things about other people.
Yeah, and you say it helps build bridges and just being able to maybe be a little more present and staying and paying attention to what someone's saying.
I think
right?
we've gotten a little too connected to our devices, lots of people, any age.
Yes.
And so when we put our devices down, whether it's in a, in a professional setting or a personal setting, we will notice more things. And so I think it is, I feel like there's this big assumption now that everybody is different than me. And I don't think that's true. I think most people have a lot of, we just were chatting about what television show I'm currently binging and what your parents are also binging. So we immediately have that connection.
True.
So it's a way to, to be curious, to ask questions and to see where there are the similarities.
And how do you think this can help, like not only in your personal life too, but at work as well?
Yeah, it's really important for managers to do this. When I teach about this in my Economy of Kindness workshop, I talk about the fact that your employees have a lot of things going on outside of the workplace. And when you are curious and you are, as a manager, leaning in, asking questions about what's going on, what do you love to do outside, and it isn't just work related, you're going to learn about them. And I think it's going to make you a better boss.
Definitely. And how can we use curiosity to be kinder to someone that just might be struggling too?
A lot of people are struggling right now. There's a lot of overwhelm. So I think it's just listening, actively listening and maybe being present with them and allowing them to share a little bit more. It's all about sharing. It's asking questions. It's leaning in. It's just being a person connecting with another person. Yeah. I don't think I can reiterate that enough.
I know. Well, I imagine it would even be helpful in a relationship too with like couples because just the small thing of being curious, I guess, and maybe asking some more questions. I don't know if you can speak to that.
Well, I have been married for 32 years, February.
Success story.
Yes, so and I think we have really good communication, and I think it is something we work on all the time, being curious. As our life has changed, as our kids have grown up, and as changes in our own personal lives, how can we be curious about what the other person needs? And you have to have communication around that to be able to make the changes that are necessary. Sometimes it's only a little shift, a little something. Oh, this is something I need. Great. Let's see if we can make that happen personally and professionally.
And when you're out and trying to spread, kindness like we were talking about out and about, what would you want people to know about the importance of that in this world?
It's so important to be kind. Like, I think there's tons of kindness happening in the world. I don't think it's what's getting amplified. I think that is a little bit of a problem because I know I meet people who are kind all the time. I hear the stories. My book is filled with them. My audiences tell me them. So I know they're happening. It's just not what we're amplifying. So I'd love to be part of amplifying, with my megaphone, kindness and how it's happening. And there are more people doing the kind of work I'm doing now, more than there were 10 years ago when I started.
Amazing. And any tips on how anyone at home can start thinking about how they too can be more curious and kind. Hit us with the tips.
All right, let's see what the tips are. They are probably to put down your phone and to be present when you're in a public space. If you think about someone and maybe they come to your mind, assume that's your intuition telling you it's time to check on that person.
Oh,
so maybe
yeah.
that's somebody who needs you to be a little kind and curious about what's going on for them. Or if somebody has told you that they are struggling or doing something that's hard for them, be out there and be supportive of them.
Gosh, we all need that support, and picking up the phone. It's such a simple thing, but we forget about that in our
Don't
busy
forget
lives.
about that. Text, phone, send a little thank you
Write
note.
a letter,
Write
anything.
a thank you note. We never get mail anymore.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here and
you.
spreading this joy.
You're welcome.